Hey, we're the Fray. You're on Q100 Atlanta.com.
My boot slip.
All the hits.
Q100 at 99.7.
Isaac and Joe, Dave, Ben, the Fray at Q100. There are 4 guys in here that have the damn, we played late last night. I can't believe we got to be up early to do this. But we're glad you guys came. How you guys doing this morning?
Good, man. How you guys doing?
Thanks a lot for coming on in.
No problem.
Now, you guys played Variety Playhouse last night?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. How'd it go?
Good. Actually, it was a really good show.
Are there times where you guys, I think a lot like our show also, there are some days where we come in studio and there are some days we're all clicking and there are just some days that we just all suck.
Right.
What's that? Today? It's too early to tell. I'll let you know over the next 15 minutes. So do any live performances stand out where you guys just all rocked it one night and another one where you guys just all just sucked?
This one might be one of those. Hopefully it's a good one.
It's going to be one of the other.
It's going to be one or the other. I think it's going to go either way.
Do you guys after a show sit down and go, okay, this is what worked and this is what didn't work, or you just we'll do it again tomorrow night?
Yeah, we used to videotape each show. You're on tour and you videotape a show, and then you get on the bus, and by that time it's 2 a.m. and then 3 a.m.
Who wants to watch the show again?
Watch the show? And Ben was usually the guy watching from the couch for maybe the first couple songs, and then you'd come in and get water or something, and he's just passed out. Yeah, dude. Show's not that boring.
We were talking about this before you guys came in, and we were wondering about, with the state of the music industry, bands touring a lot more now to support themselves. How are all of your wives feeling about you guys being out on the road?
Good. I think the state of the industry doesn't really affect them. We're leaving, whether it's going to be good money or bad money. But I think for the most part, people have always listened to music. People will always listen to music, and the way they get it's changing, and it's going to be okay, everyone.
Is it affecting your families at all because you guys are out more?
Definitely the first 2 years when we're slumming it and having to ask for a loan to pay your bills. That's when it gets a little hard because they're like, I need to buy some groceries and you're gone for a month at a time. We just we had to put in the time to break the band and do the thing, and it's a little easier now because we can say, well, we're going to go for 3 weeks and then come back for a week.
Is the mentality of what was going to be your future wives more like, look, this is a band, this is what we're signing up for, so it's not going to be so shocking if they're on the road that many weeks? It's sort of knew what they were getting into?
Yeah, I think we've learned how to do it healthy now. So, yeah, it's just it's a different dynamic than it was the first couple of years. We didn't know what we signed up for. So.
Yeah.
Do they ever travel with you guys? Do you bring them on the road?
Yeah, they come out. It kind of sucks because your life comes to a screeching halt when you come on the road. And we have stuff to do, which is cool, but they just sort of sit around and check out the local museum or something. So, it's kind of boring for them, but they come out every couple of weeks.
Can you guys feel a hit when you're in the studio? I mean, you guys had Over My Head and How to Save a Life. Specifically with those 2 songs, was there something special about those 2 where you were there in studio going, okay, all right, those are a little different. That might be a hit right there.
We're not very good at the whole what's going to work at radio thing. I remember the first time recording How to Save a Life. It was right on the edge of what we understood and what we knew, kind of what we were comfortable with. And I'd love to sing about stuff we figured out years ago. And you're like, let me tell you my wisdom, and that stuff's right on the border. So it's kind of uncomfortable to sing about that stuff. It's still uncomfortable just because you're being vulnerable in front of a bunch of people. I mean, you guys seem nice, but I never met you before, And it's like imagining walking into a Starbucks and being like, "Hello, everyone. I'd like to tell you all about the things that I don't know." So that's hard. But I think that was the theme, if there was any, about those first 2 songs. They're both really vulnerable.
How do you guys write songs as a band?
We get them on this website. It's
Hits.com.
Hits.com. It's probably a real site.
This radio rating thing.
Which format would you like to succeed in? No, we have a bunch of little snippets and it's like a junkyard kind of back home. We just walk around and we're like, this looks like a good piece of bumper or something, And then we started to put things together.
Do you guys all write the lyrics? Do you write the lyrics and then the band helps put together the music? How does it come
Everybody's
together?
good at something different, so we all sort of bring it together. Some of us write first and then bring it to the other guys, and It's kind of a weird process. We haven't really figured it out yet, so we'll get back to you as soon as
We figure it out.
nailed down. Yeah.
You guys ever bump heads? Like one guy is sure we should go in this direction, another guy is sure never.
No. We're
Liars.
We are in perfect unison.
Liars.
Like four swans.
Absolutely lying, man.
Who picked the name of this new album?
Actually, our producer suggested it. We'd written a list of probably 8, 10 different options, and nothing was sticking. And he's like, self-titled. You should think about self-titled. So it started brewing us, and then it made sense. Like, you know what? Why not?
Yeah.
Let's just self-title it. So
I was watching some footage last night of you guys performing live. I think it was the American Music Awards. Is that in November?
Yeah.
I'm curious because the producers strategically put like the biggest stars in the first couple of rows there for TV purposes. I'm wondering if you guys have ever done an award show like that and looked out and been, oh my God, there's blank, 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 and been a little bit nervous about the performance.
Yeah, there was one thing where it was like Tony Bennett was there and
Stevie
Wonder, all these crazy people. Actually, the weirdest moment I had was for this Yamaha gig that I did, and it was like 5 artists, and then the surprise artist was Stevie Wonder. And everyone's like, oh my gosh, Stevie Wonder. And then they handed all of us mics, and they're like, go sing with him. And I didn't know the song, so I was like standing over there. and it was me and John Legend. And John was like wailing and doing his little Marvin Gaye dance. And I was like, oh, I could do that. So I started doing this like chicken dance. Thank God Stevie couldn't see me. But I found out later, I was like, I asked Ben, because Ben was there. I was like, dude, did you hear me? Was it okay? And he's like, your mic was not even turned on. You are so white.
Tell us about the new album. Like I said, it comes out February 3rd. So what to expect from it?
I think it's. We feel good artistically about it. Like it's the next step. There's dynamics on this record that we didn't have on the last record. There's like the softer songs are more delicate, and the high energy songs are more intense and have more energy. And I think we're just overall just proud of it as a collective, and we still have that Fray stamp on it. So February 3rd.
Is there an absolute final finality to making a new album? Like when you hit the last chord, the last note of the last song, do you guys realize, okay, it's done now, let's party, or is that really not the end?
When was that last chord? I think we all had. You bought like Captain Nelson's. What was that?
It was something. Yeah, I remember something. Mildly amusing story about that, John. I remember playing the last note on my pianos and stuff like that. And we was at the studio in Denver, and I hit it, and like I went home and I was like breathing deep, and I thought it was gonna be over. And then there was like 6 months of mixing and mastering, and we wrote this other song that everybody freaked out. We're like, that's a hit, and it didn't make the record, so maybe we should have put it on there. But yeah, it feels like it won't quite be done until Tuesday. Yeah, when it comes out, it's like, well, can't change it now because you just bought it.
So how many songs do you record, and then how many make the album?
We recorded probably like 20-some, like rough demos and just kind of sketching stuff out. And then actually in the studio, it was like probably 14 songs or 15. So I narrowed it down to about 10. And all of those that didn't make it were horrible. Well, not horrible, but there was just some fell apart like in the studio and didn't come out the way you wanted it to.
If the album comes out Tuesday morning, do you guys sleep Monday night because you're so excited it doesn't matter anymore? You're very zen with it? Or is that a day that you track how many sales? Or that's just not important to you guys?
I think we're doing a morning show at 4 a.m. So we'll be up.
Yeah.
Needless to say. My tour manager just got so tired just then.
He's like, when will it end?
No, last record I went into Best Buy or something and picked it up, and the guy was like, will there be anything else? And I was like, no, just this. And I went to breakfast with my wife and just waited for the texts to come in.
You see SoundScan, there's one sale and it was yours.
Yeah, it was a pretty first week for the Fray.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Take care.
Thanks for having me.
And good luck on Tuesday.
Thank you.
The Fray, Bert Show, Q100.